Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our daily word this morning. As you can see, I'm in my car. Sorry, I'm a few minutes late. I was trying to get to this rest area between Salina and Walpock, and I just now arrived here. So sorry, I'm a few minutes late. Just left physical therapy and on my way to Lima. So thanks for joining me today, and again, carving out some time to be with me as we share our continued conversation around our daily word and what it means for us and how we apply it to our lives. And I always appreciate you saying good morning and sharing this time with me. Today is daily word number 650. And so I chose this interesting little text this morning from Exodus chapter 3, verses 1 through 3. I'll share that with you. We'll talk a little bit about background of it and then what it probably means for us. Moses was keeping the flock of his father-in-law. He led his flock beyond the wilderness and came to Horeb, the mountain of God. There, the angel of the Lord appeared to him in a flame of a bush. He looked, and the bush was blazing, yet it was not consumed. Then Moses said, "I must turn aside and look at this great sight and see why the bush is not burned up." So we probably, chances are, we know the story. How God called Moses from this burning bush. How God told Moses to take off his shoes because he was standing on holy ground. And how Moses resisted God's call to deliver the ancient Israelites from slavery in Egypt. Now, what the story doesn't say for us is how long God had been trying to get the attention of Moses. Maybe when he was born. Maybe through all of his feelings of regret in his life. Maybe through the satisfaction when he rescued a lost lamb. Maybe when he felt alone the most, it's God trying to reach for him. Maybe God was trying to get to him in the beauty of the wilderness where he was. Now, here's the interesting thing. In all of that, and in all that measure of time, and all the attempts that God must have made to get through to Moses, I think it's important for us to notice and note that God didn't stop trying to get through to Moses. Instead, God went to great lengths. And finally, God sets the bush on fire to get the attention of Moses. And I think it's interesting to note that Moses hadn't gone on retreat to listen for a holy word. He was simply going about his normal business in life, and God met him. It's always interesting. I have some colleagues who like to go on what they call silent retreats. And so they'll go to a place for several days for a silent retreat. And they've always encouraged me, "Jim, you ought to do something like that." And I have to tell them that those things typically are a detriment for me. I'm not at my best in a retreat, in silence. I'm at best when I'm with people. I'm at best when I'm in conversation, when I'm sharing my life with people. And I think for all of us, God meets us where we are in our normal business of life. But I think we take it for granted. If we were to add up and go back to see all the things we've missed in life, all the blessings we missed, all the calls of God we missed because we probably didn't take them seriously. We didn't turn and see the burning bush that was right in front of us. We didn't realize that in the moment we were standing on holy ground. I wonder how many angels we have missed meeting, because we were just too busy and we pushed them aside. We should consider, too, that in our lives, we're standing on holy ground and that God has a word for us, a calling for us, a job for us We're not too old, we're not too young, we're not too inexperienced. We like Moses, live with regret, and we're not sure that are we the right person. In the end, Moses said, "Here I am, God, send me." And I think that's the great call on us. And it's such an inspiring, powerful word that we're given in this text. God doesn't give up calling Moses, and God hasn't given up calling you and calling me to the things that God wants and needs us to do. And as we begin a new year, I think it's time to flesh that out, right? It's time to hear, to listen, to watch for the angels, to watch for the burning bush, either literally or figuratively in our midst, and see where God might be leading us. That's what I'm trying to do in these early days of January. See where it is that God might be leading and where it is that God needs me the most in these days. So that's the word for today. I hope it's a good word for you as we begin again still together in this very first week of this new year. Hope you'll join us Sunday morning. We're going to talk about the baptism of Jesus. We're going to talk about renewing our baptismal vows. We're going to share in a meal together. We're going to take down Christmas decorations. There's a lot of really good things happening on Sunday morning, so I hope you'll plan to join us. So, as always, I hope you know of God's love that surrounds you and my love for all of you. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. Have a great day.